There's an apparent unacknowledged, obvious, unfortunate part of mental health involving drug addicts. In Seattle, as an example, now, there's a killer in the news who was born in Syria, a man who murdered grocery store workers and shoppers looking for food now. And mostly what gets talked about and shared as information has to do with a phrase commonly called mental health. Talking about bullying when the man was young, and a fear of social and a demand he made apparent. Drug dealers and addicts and cartels and gangs and thugs don't see Om, Psi, Epsilon, Echo, and hear an autistic description, choosing instead to say smart, laughing, and using awareness for stimulation, reward, as a candy, for agreeing with their dominance now. Alzheimer's and dementia, mental retardation, Asperger's, these are no longer disabilities. These are customers for these mysterious men and women who smoke their meth, puff their weed, hit their cigarette tobacco, and have a smoke, drinking their Pabst Blue Ribbon in the sun with their cut-off sleeves, and playing their electronic, paranoid, schizophrenic music to have hallucinations and to have certain parts, certain examples other than a previously described language dialect, silent and quiet. In other words, the suicide survivor has a neighbor who has another neighbor who go up and down from room to room, practicing their medicine, making sure those eyes are contacting their pupils and their science fiction books are read and studied and learned about to have the attention and concentration and focus to not bother their drug-addicted friends, comrades, warrior soldier buddies, who often are veterans from the Army, the Marine Corps, and other branches of a military where they learned about killing and murdering, awareness and dominance. Now used to overwhelm a system called medicine, treating those who don't have their memories to remember when their drugs have worn down their bodies, needing energy other than a canned food and some bacon in a pan they cook for their lover now. There's nowhere to go with a disability where there's not a drug addict and their dealer ready to assault, to cut the face, bruise the skin, to achieve their goals for no more racism, proper ethnicity behavior. And a mystery, an unsolved problem. Described in colleges and universities as gender neutrality now. For those who have had a tumor in their head, who haven't destroyed a mind they say they got rid of with some binge, there's no hope Barack Obama talked about back when I was in college. There's no optimism. There's no dreams. There's no counselor and social worker now to talk about PTSD with, and how those bullies next door to me now enjoy their freedom. They say has no free speech. No free hands when their incarcerated tribe of Antifa activists aren't a word they say must be a rule of law now. Psychologists and psychiatrists, staff, they see a face, they see a screen, they see a video recorded. They look, they observe, they stare. And they say to the voice out loud now, shut up. Stop distracting those people who need that help. And assist those drug addicts. And ignore those disabilities not caused by some choice and decision making of anarchy. violence and duality now. A good place to start and begin with mental health as an objective and goal for making a service better in medicine has to do with saying to the bully, their requirements are invalid. And to that man who says his dominance for that woman has a girl's sweet sound of voice and jittery butterflies in her stomach now. Did not read bell hooks. Linda Williams. And medieval philosophy, written from a girl, a woman, a lady, a human whose gender's neutrals, name, FLO. Didn't need some fancy appearance. And certainly did not proclaim to have all the answers. However, those in mental health who call themselves an ego to protect and keep safe those skin and bones they feed, food bank deliveries, have forgotten Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud, multiple personality disorders, and drug addiction cause more suicide, arguably, than what's achieved sacrificing those who never wanted to not be free, who never chose to be a victim of economics and abandonment. And who can't mathematically solve economics in Seattle and Capitol Hill involving mafia and graffiti, emotion and mood colors, service animals and pets and kitty cats used instead of neuroscience and neurology, neuropsychiatry and neuropsychology. For those who don't want their brain, who hate planet Earth and world and civilization, and call a city a society, and who hide in their rooms in a house where they rent an apartment and live instead of beauty in filth and disgust, disarray, and putrid disgusting, nasty voyeurism now